We're learning more about the disappearance of Lynn Messer and the last hours anyone saw her alive.
You may remember she went missing more than 2 years ago. Hundreds joined in the search in St. Genevieve County in July of 2014. Time passed with no answers, no sign of the missing woman. This past November, her remains were found surprisingly close to her home. Investigators say she was found in an area that was combed through by search crews. And many questions remain with forensic testing now underway. Tonight, we hear from her family about the woman at the center of it all and the questions that are ripping them apart. Here's Sheree Honeycutt.
Some days I'd like to wake up and for her to be home and to not know that she's gone. And every day I remember that she's gone, and that is so hard.
Two sons grieve for a mother they will never see again. Aaron and Abram Messer say they want people to see behind the headlines and get to know Lynn.
She was one of those people who would come into a room and with her demeanor and the way she carried herself, she would bring that light into wherever she was.
A light their father says he saw from the beginning.
I was a senior in high school and I looked out the bus window, and when I saw her face for the first time, I fell in love with her right then and there.
Through their lives, she dedicated herself to caring for her boys.
Whether it meant that she had to make clothes so we had what we needed, or whether it meant that she spent hour after hour gardening and preparing food and planning out meals to make sure that we didn't go without, that selfless love.
On July 8th, 2014, their mother went missing. They never saw her alive again.
You don't throw away 38 years, and it's been a very difficult journey over the last 2.5 years. Tons of things I never expected, but yeah, more than anything, I just miss her.
She knows everything that's happened. She knows what happened to her, and she knows that what's more important than the past is what we do with our lives now, and being faithful at the moment, honoring her and carrying on not for her, but in her stead.
Since her disappearance, a rift has grown between the men, suspicion and theories on both sides, leaving them separated by a protection order. But no matter the distance, the men say they must keep going for Lynn and hope someday they know the truth.
There's a hole in our lives, and it's never going to be wholly full, but we have to fill it together. We have to be there for each other so that when Mom's not there, we are for each other.
We cannot forget who my mother is and what she taught us and how we can use what she has taught us to help guide us in our lives. And remember the impact that she has had on our lives.
If you've never lost the one you love more than anybody in the world, there's no way I could stand here and describe it. You'll never understand no matter what I say. The sun's going to come up tomorrow, and so we just have to give it to the Lord and get up and give Him the next day and get through it.
Sheree Honeycutt, Heartland News.
The St. Genevieve County coroner says forensic testing is underway to determine how Lynn died. He is not sure when the results will be in.